Yes. A right often negative. Yeah. Exercisable against the world at large. Oh, now this is a negative, but I can exercise it against the whole world. Yes. A real right just in rem, see in rem. A right in rem need not relate to a tangible res. Thus, a right that one's reputation should not be unjustifiably attacked is today's described as a right in rem, since it is a right that avails against persons generally. This shows how far the conception has developed since the Roman notion of the actio in rem. For one who sues to protect his reputation is not asking for judgment, yes, for a specific res. It should also be noticed that on breach of a right in rem, a right in personam arises against the aggressor. See, let's say, yes, that another nation, not just England, any of the Commonwealth nations, yes, they do know that well, my reputation has been destroyed because of the use of protection orders, yes, fraudulent arrests, yes, not paying child support on time, yes, not being able to speak to my sons, yes, and then there's this whole idea of me suing the rest of the world. See, right in rem. It should also be noticed that on breach of a right in rem, a right in personam arises against the aggressor. Yes. Now, when we look at the aggressor of the issuance of court orders in the state of Washington, yeah, and all of those that have received emails, how many of you would consider yourself the aggressor because of your refusal to enforce the laws? It's a negative. Yes. Let's say, yes, you're sitting there. You're an attorney for any school district of the United States. Yes. Not only did you have an attorney oath, right? Uh-huh. Not only could you have had an oath of admission, yeah, but you had to agree to, yes, some bylaws. Oh, and then the employment contract in any school district. Now, school districts have spent a tremendous amount of money in wanting to protect the civil rights of students. Yes. And I've informed all the school districts. Yeah. My sons were taken from me without any due process of law. Dissolution of marriage was issued without any due process of law. Yeah. This is known as civil rights. And when I informed law enforcement that my civil rights were being violated, yes, they fabricated fake evidence against me. Now that's a hate crime. Yeah. And they did it twice. Once on December 31st of 2015. Yes. And once on June 16th of 2015. Now, pursuant to Article number 16, these are Roman numerals. Yeah. Constitution bylaws of the National School Boards Association. Yeah. Could you give me all the employees of the NSBA for the last 40 years? Yes. And their personal assets. Yes. A council of school attorneys, hereafter called the COSA. Yeah. Shall be organized and operated in accordance with these bylaws and the Constitution and bylaws. Now, a lot of these professionals that are older, yes, they get involved with these different organizations that have bylaws. Oh, could you get me the bylaws of the National Sheriff's Association? Yeah. And for the individual that didn't want me emailing them in the Constitutional Sheriff's Association, could you get me your bylaws? Oh, oh, oh. And then for the National, no, the Fraternal Order of Chiefs of Police, yeah, could you get me your bylaws? And then for the Fraternal Order of Police, yeah, get me your bylaws. Poop! And then for each of the different association organizations and quite possibly unions, yes, of all of those that are liable, I'm going to want a copy of your bylaws. Hell. Now, this membership, yeah, subject to the limitations of Article number 3, Section 2, membership of COSA, should be open to attorneys at law who are licensed to practice before the highest court. Now, this is something different. This is an oath of admission. Yes, it is. Because it's only open to attorneys who are licensed to practice before the Supreme Court of each and every state of the United States. Yeah, or before a court of record of the United States of America, and that implies that it's the federal court system of this great nation. More than 3,000 members. I'm just gonna want. That's